What up, YouTube? It's your boy A.L.O.T, man, aka Ep2, back with another video for y'all today, guys. We're back with another Change in Narrative podcast, episode 2, man. I got two special guests for y'all real quick. I just want to bring out the intro. I want to thank everyone for watching before we do start this live stream. I very appreciate y'all, man. Really dope. I'm just starting this YouTube stuff on this channel, so thank you guys very much for subscribing. And shout out to you guys for getting the first Change in Narrative podcast to 1K views. Let's go ahead and keep the momentum going. Let's keep the sharing going. And let's keep the positivity going on this channel. So I'm going to introduce my first guest, man. I'm going to add him to the stream. Welcome, my man, DMV Jug Spirituality, a.k.a. J-Boy Mono, man. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Yeah, we're in the building, man. It's Jug God, Tupac of DC, one and only, the Jug God, the founder of this, man. Spiritual game, we in the building, man. Yeah, man, we speaking about this,
I have a guest we're gonna start. But
okay.
I just want to go ahead and I just want you to introduce yourself real quick. Tell them where they can find you at. Also, if you want to share the link to your subscribers, that would be a huge help to increase the viewership of the stream. And we can continue after that. We'll have my man hop on in a second.
Okay, bet.
So you can introduce yourself and all that and tell them where they can find you at. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, DMV Jug Spirituality, that's my main YouTube page. Outside of that, my second YouTube channel page or whatever is Spiritual Supporter. You know, all my music is on DMV Jug Spirituality page. I do music, I do lectures, I talk about spiritual stuff, I talk about astrology, I talk about, you know, how to raise your vibration, how to be spiritual awakening, how to line your chakras up, how to activate your pineal gland, everything, man. How to be healthy, how to bond with nature, how to get back into your natural way of life, how you naturally supposed to live, man. You feel me? You know, and we're gonna change the narrative, most definitely. We're gonna change the narrative.
The Change the Narrative podcast,
sleeping, you know.
Yeah, so the Change the Narrative podcast is a podcast where I do bring special guests on to talk about how we can change our community, change the way things go in our community, and how can we elevate ourselves as individuals and elevate our community as a whole. So we have several different topics we'll talk about today. Let me have my cousin hop on now. Introducing my man, Cuzzo, Lucky Luch, man. Welcome, man. You want to reintroduce yourself? You can go ahead and do so. He's on the first episode, so they probably know who you are. So welcome. So everybody, all three of us are here. Matter of fact, I actually probably want to change. I can't change my name now, can I?
I don't think I can hear now. Y'all
saying can you hear, Cuz?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Cuz.
Yeah. What's up, y'all?
What's up?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling, living, yo. Living.
Yeah.
You out here. So I get to the channel and not change my name.
What's up,
stream y'all link. Zucker. Sorry, for not doing that. My fault, y'all.
Let's wake them till we shake them, boys. Men, kings. Let's wake them.
There we go. Boom. All right, so I had to change the name because I do a lot more streams on my Protest Sports channel than this channel. So, but I'm the same person. So whatever. It didn't really matter. All right. So Change the Narrative podcast, like obviously, allows us to talk about how we can change our community. And we got 5 topics to talk about today. If you guys have already seen it, you can go ahead and I can pull it back up for y'all. So we're gonna talk about the Breonna Taylor case, our opinions on that, and how that affect our community.
I can't hear Tone. I can't hear you, cut. And I don't hear, bro. I can't really hear nothing. Hold on, yo.
Hold up. Turn your volume up, cuz. You might have me muted by accident. Let's mute everybody and unmute people. There we go. Let's try that. All right, can you hear now? Yeah, okay.
Bet.
You hear now? All right, we're good. All right.
Yeah, man.
So
we're good.
We got 5 topics to talk about tonight. One is the Breonna Taylor case. We'll talk about that tonight. Also, we'll talk about the whole Trump and COVID-19, all that crap, and the controversy that has drug around the country and all this bullshit.
Yep.
Our opinion on how other YouTubers beefing. I did have a video about that recently. Y'all watched that as well. With the whole Pre-Boy Fredo, DDG, and DDG and Soul Illuminati and all that bullshit. We'll talk about that very briefly. I'm not talking about that long because I think it's stupid and pointless. Us black men beefing with each other, but we'll get that in a minute.
Yeah.
The 2020 presidential election. How we think it's going to shape up now with Trump supposedly having COVID-19 and contact tracing, and if Biden has it, and what both of them can't run because they both have COVID. Like, how this going to go? Is it going to be completely virtual? Like, our opinions on that. How we change our mind. This is the one we're going to talk about the most. How we change your mindset. 9 to 5 versus entrepreneur. Go get it versus staying stagnant. Dream chaser as a complacent person. How do you change yourself from being that complacent person that just want to work their 9 to 5, stay out the way, don't want to do anything outside of that, to being a dream chaser, to dream what you want to do in your life? That's the one we're going to talk about the most. So the first 4 segments will be about 10 minutes apiece. In the majority stream, we talking about the last topic. I think it's the most important, in my opinion. For real.
Okay.
If you don't change your mindset, you're not going to really change who you are. You're not going to get anywhere with that. If you fellas can definitely share the stream for me before we continue. We have one person in here. We want to have more people in here. Like I said, it's a small channel, so you get more viewers in here. That would definitely be a huge thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm putting my IG story. Somebody help out a little bit too. I'm sorry. Yeah, so hey, we up here on the stream, man. Shout out my man DMV Jug Spirituality, cousin Lucky Luch, man. We on the stream up here making it happen. Shout out to Hollow No Face in the comment section. Shout out to Cuzzo. We in here. We about to change the narrative on the podcast. So come catch us on the A.L.O.T channel, man. Let's get it.
Sure.
I'm gonna try to find somebody that can be available. I be talking to a lot of good mans from like outside the DMV, you know.
Right.
Trying to get some work stuff right now, you know.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's what's about, man. Connecting to other people in different areas, man. That's what you right, yo. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake them till I shake them, man. You feel me?
There you go. I know you. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I already know. Dog. I'm all for it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, dog. Yeah, everybody swear they woke, so we're gonna wake everybody up even more. Let's make sure we up.
1 second. So we got a another special. Yo, what's going on, man?
Peace. How y'all feel today?
What up, homie?
But how are you? What's going on with you?
I'm doing
so I want
great,
to welcome
man.
my man Spiritual Connection to the A.L.O.T channel. Welcome to A Life of Tone, man. Thank you for having you on the channel, man. I asked everybody to share the stream so we can have more viewership and have more people be able to change the narrative. If Jug didn't explain this, this is the Change the Narrative podcast where we talk about how we can change our community as a whole, but also change ourselves individually to make ourselves better people and spread the positivity around to others, so we can end on this negativity going on our planet and end on negativity going on around us. There's so much negativity going on, but there's so much positivity in the cracks that we want to reveal. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So our topics for tonight are the opinions on the Breonna Taylor case. Also, where did Angela go?
Yeah, we need him. Yeah, we need him in here, dog.
Bro.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. My fault, man. My connection just dropped, dog. Like, my bad, man.
Oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So, it's been a connection. Our topics tonight are the Breonna Taylor case.
Okay.
Let me find it one more time. Our opinions on the whole Trump situation with the COVID-19 positive case, implication that might cause for the election. That's like a kind of spinoff after. Is Biden going to accomplish what Trump did not as president if he was to be elected? And how to change our mindset from being a 9-to-5 guy to an entrepreneur, how to change yourself from a complacent person to be a much more go-getter, and how to be the complacent person to be a dream chaser. and how do you change that mindset? What steps do you take to do that? So we are going to start the Breonna Taylor case because it's not old news, but it's recent. But it's recent enough. What is y'all
Yeah.
opinion on that? And what do y'all think what do you think we want implications from this? I know we saw the protests and all that afterwards, but what's some long term implications that can come from that? I'll start with Luch, then we'll get the Jug, and we'll get the spiritual connection after that.
All right.
Man, that's all right, man. You talking? You want me to go first?
Yeah. You first. I'm going this way.
All right. Like I said, man, the service ain't the best, man, but we're gonna work through it, man. And we're
That's
gonna
cool.
talk about the Breonna Taylor case. For me, man, I look at it like, it's I think it's a real, a representation of accountability. Everybody involved, you know, they attributed to that happening. They attributed to that happening. You know what I'm saying? You have to think, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't no situation where somebody just walked up to somebody's house randomly and knocked and said, "Hey, we shooting," and that's it. It was definitely a case. It was definitely something happening, transpiring that caused all that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta look at the bottom. So I want people to really focus on the accountability aspect. So Breonna Taylor was obviously, involved with certain individuals that was involved in other things. Whether that was right or wrong, we can judge all day, but just know the fact that they was involved in other things that may have brought something to a doorstep. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to really look at. And don't look at so much as like, oh, the police wanted to go kill Breonna Taylor. Like, what would be their objective? What would be their motive to go kill Breonna Taylor? It was obviously something that happened that transpired to make that happen. You feel me? Like, and that's why I don't have so much like my expectations were lower in the sense of who was going to be held accountable. Once I seen things start happening, I started to see like the guy, her boyfriend at the time who shot too. I'm thinking like from a logic standpoint, I don't care what nobody say. Nobody can say what happened at that moment. Who shot who first? There's nobody can say, oh, nah, the cops shot first. They just went in there and start shooting. You can feel that way, but you can't really prove that. And that's the system that we live in. They're gonna have to prove that in a court of law. And I think that's no way, you know what I'm saying? So I already knew it was going to transpire, bro. Before even, as soon as I heard it happen, I knew it was going to happen later on. So I wasn't like ready to be mad at nothing. You feel me? I was just more so like, all right, well, what we going to do after this is over? Like, do you really know the case? Do you really know what happened? Are you really looking at the facts? Is anyone talking about the facts? Or are they going to keep talking about the outcome, what happened? The facts don't be talked about. It's just the feeling behind it as the main drive in everybody. You feel me? Like that's my my take on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unfortunate what happened to Breonna Taylor. I swear it's unfortunate, but I just wish that everybody knew what they were doing and what they were bringing to people's doorsteps, and know who you bringing around you and what you're associating yourself with, and know that you know what I'm saying. Sometimes the decisions you make are going to affect what happens to you in life, and they can be detrimental, just like that situation. And it's unfortunate, God rest her soul, but I ain't mad at nobody right now. I'm more so just, you know what I'm saying? I just want, people to understand what really happened, dog, and kind of just take into consideration what really went down, dog. And it's just unfortunate what happened, bro, for real. Unfortunate. And that's my take on it, yo, for real.
I feel you, Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Jug, man, what's your opinion on it, my brother?
Everything that he basically saying, I was gonna say the same thing. It's two sides to the story. People look at this Breonna Taylor as she was all such a good woman, like she wasn't affiliated with nobody that's in the street or a gang or drug trafficking or anything like that. You feel me? Like you just can't just something that happened on the news, because having the news is fake media anything. Anyway, you feel me? So me looking at that situation, how they handle it, y'all gotta understand this. We all on the internet. They got our fake recognition. They know who got the guns. They know who got the drugs. But some reason they busted in her house and did that. She was clicked up with something. She got to be clicked up with something. It's no issue thing going on with Breonna Taylor situation.
Her boyfriend was pushing weight, bro. That was what it was.
There was something probably dealing with a crooked cops, because all cops ain't good. it's cops out here in the street. Trust me, it is, because one time when I went to Subway to give me a Subway on my way home, coming from the grocery store or whatever like that, this black police officer came to me and he was like, he was like joking around with me though, but he was like clocking me. He was like, he's like, you don't want to put your stuff right there on the trash can because somebody might take it. I'm like, man, nobody ain't gonna take nothing from me, dog. He like, who you waiting for or whatever like that. Then I saw some youngins pull up or whatever, and next thing you know, they talking about pills, they talking about drug trafficking type stuff. You feel me?
Nah, I get it.
Yeah. I'm make it short for y'all. Drug trafficking, but police was involved in it. You feel me? Look. Hey, the police they feel it,
bro,
or whatever like that. It's like for the police to keep a job, they got to be affiliated with stuff like that too. That's how they can keep going on. That's their job, because if we police our communities and start protecting each other, ain't gonna be no more for them to do. You feel me? So beyond,
man,
she was affiliated with something in the street, and that's my take on that. You feel me?
Nah, that makes sense, man. That makes sense. I can see that perspective though, for real.
I ain't the FBI, but I mean, we gotta make it make sense. You feel me?
Nah, I hear you, though. I trust you, though. Like,
that's my.
I'm not gonna sit here and think it for no reason, man. Like,
that's my new slogan now. Make it make sense. That's my new slogan now.
Yeah, make it make sense, yo. Is it? I'm with you.
But I would like to play devil's advocate, right?
Okay.
It's funny. I think it's funny how these certain murders make the news, and then these certain murders push out millions of dollars to the family. I'm from the ghetto, so I see people die each and every day. Sometimes in a worse way than Miss Taylor, not to desensitize her murder, but I find it odd that these people don't make the news. What makes these people any different? I know there's people that's drug trafficking. I know people that's gang banging, and they die just the same way or worse, and it never makes the news. Their family never received $1 million settlements. So just to play devil advocate, that's something to look into. What makes these notable murders to where they have to be pushed all around the world and seen on television? Now, I don't want to get too deep off into what she was involved with, is because I know from serving 10 years at 16 that they will pile shit up on your name that's beyond false. I was only supposed to be locked up for 2 charges. By the end of the court, I had 13 charges, some of which I never even did. So that's just something to consider. But I definitely agree with y'all two brothers, man.
I feel you.
I'm gonna go and wrap up the segment here with that one. I
like devil's advocate. That's good. With
when you
put it,
as
man.
they said,
you want to look at both sides of it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all hear me? I agree. Yeah.
I feel like I'm being hurt, but nah, man. And I think like certain murders tend to make the news because they know. I think when I say they, it's the media knows what it is that will drive they know the attention. It's always a cop killing someone that drives that has the most attention. It's funny because I was talking to my man earlier. There was a killing in this area, bro.
It's an agenda going on. They testing us out. Like, okay, if we take Breonna Taylor out, how the black man's gonna react? You feel me? They using mind control, like they using us as pawns. They're like, okay, we take a black woman out. How black man's gonna react? You see, we don't get. You see, we's going crazy for her because she's a black woman. You see, like they using us, like we can't fall for the trap.
Yeah.
Look at death as it's 2 sides of the story. Everybody, like every person on the planet did dirt before. Everybody ain't completely clean. What I think of, you feel me? Most of the time, but she had some dirt behind the scenes that got her caught up in some deep shit. You feel me?
And that's true, man. And I get what homie's saying too. Like, why is it that you know what I'm saying, certain things tend to get the most attention, man, and you know, and why don't certain other things get attention? Like when somebody killed in your area, no one says nothing, no one knows nothing. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's not publicized. It's nothing. It's just pushed under the rug. It's not. And the reason being is because we, the people, black people, is brother, we don't care enough to talk about it. We don't bring it up as an issue. Like, hold up. We don't want to find out. It's not like we just look it off as like, man, you know what I'm saying? That's what happened in life. That's what happening out here. We don't give it that same feeling. But when a cop does it, we give it a feeling to hold up. And I think if we gave it the same feeling on both sides, I think you'll see like a decline, because people will start, hold up. Fuck all that. Why somebody getting killed in my, what's up? Like, but no one's answer is, y'all know what that is. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing.
The police racist. Why we don't act like that when we kill each other? We don't call each other racist, but us killing each other, that's racist. That's racist.
Yeah, man. It's you know. Yeah, man. It's a form of hatred, man. It's a form of hatred, man. And we tend to say it's adapted from like an ideology that was passed down from what happened to us. But I think we're a generation that's way more, you know, inclined mentally. We have resources. We're not like, you know what I mean? We know what's going on. So to blame it on like past, it don't make any sense. Right now, we know what's happening and how they're manipulating us to drive us to do certain things. And we have to understand and have certain like just respect for each other and oaths amongst each other not to do certain things to each other, so they will understand we ain't playing no games. You can't throw no like, oh, what about black on black crime? You can't throw nothing out there if we take it away. You know what I'm saying? If we take it away and letting that stop being a focal point. You feel me? Like, yeah. And that's kind of like why I feel like it's not publicized. I won't give it enough like attention. But the media will give attention to the cops killing us because it's racial. Yeah, the cops did it. Yeah, it's racial. But it's like a drive that the media drives, bro. Like, I don't always think it's racial. Some things I feel like it shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't have did certain things at a moment, but sometimes we can control it. My mother always told me, don't dig in your pockets around the cops. What you know, they trigger happy. Be careful. Like, she knew it. She was aware of how they acted toward people like me or people dark, whatever the case may be. So I walked a certain line. I'm not going to turn away and run at a moment. I tell you that, unless I know I got something to, you know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality. And any black man, I ain't turning my back to no cop. Like, I'm not reaching for nothing unless I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I think we just need to move a certain way. And I think it, you know, clean up the way we move, yo. Like, clean up the way we move, yo. That's kind of the bottom line, man.
I'll read the comments. So we got a couple comments here. Shout out to bro Joseph, man.
I don't know if I hear me, but
shout out to Joe. Police killing us and we killing ourselves. It's different. I agree with that. But it's not the same thing. That's true. Shout out to my wife Chanel. She commented, "It's yellow journalism. The media knows what will cause people to react, and they stage things that play out in a certain way. Of course, that's what the media does. Media is manipulative as hell, and we're all puppets in their opinion." So I want to wrap up this segment with this real quick because I know it's a very controversial topic, and I appreciate all you guys putting y'all inputs in it. Thank y'all all for y'all. Appreciate that. I want to wrap up with this. When you play with fire, you get burnt. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you have a boyfriend that's out here slinging that shit and you get caught up into it, you are collateral damage. You shouldn't mess with him.
Person to him.
Also, another thing, that it happened, but you should never. It's a compound effect. If you make a small decision, get you out of the situation. Let me unmute myself. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man. Dang.
All right. So basically, what I'm saying is stop adding yourself in the studio. My fault. My fault. All right. Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is this. When you play with fire, you get burnt. So if you're dating a man who is selling drugs, you are becoming collateral damage. Correct? So, unfortunately, in order to get out of that situation in the first place, don't date that man. Don't put yourself in that position. You make small decisions in the short term to get you out of a bigger situation in the long term. You don't date that man in the first place. You don't beat it at night. You don't get shot. You don't get killed.
They ain't gonna listen.
Men and women have to make better decisions in order to get out of the situation. You can't always blame the police. You cannot blame the white man. You can't blame this, that. Blame
Nah,
yourself. Own
I get it.
accountability.
They ain't gonna never do that, bro, because they see they true soldiers and they true warriors and they true kings as street niggas and drugs and kingpins and gang
Shout out to
bangers.
Harlem for the comment. It's all about taking ownership and control aggressively. I agree with that.
It's too many.
And that's
like that's all they see when they
assertive,
go outside. They don't see nobody that's trying to work and be righteous. They don't care about that, bro. They don't care nothing about people like us.
You right, man.
They see people around the area on the block 24/7. Like females love
But
that.
nah, but the thing is too, though, another thing too, I don't want that to be the only representation of us. There's a lot of black women or a lot of people who don't got nothing to do with that shit for real, who really don't like talk about it or glorify it, and who are against it. But for some reason, those people aren't like, or that like kind of people isn't like publicized. We see our media seems to be controlled by like images of us, being on some, it's like not like driven. It's not like, it's not like inspirational stories. It ain't like stories about the working man, how he ain't no sucker. Like, me, Tony, I'm on that shit. Like, it ain't stories about how, like, what I'm saying, you can be a good man, you can be a good father. It's always some story about someone being a drug dealer, trying to get away from it, trying to better it. Like, I get it, but we don't always have to have that as our first resort to better our lifestyle later. We don't have to start there. And I want to kind of like make sure we represent correctly. Like, we're not representing like certain individuals or certain people don't speak for me. Certain ways don't speak for me. That's not my way of thinking. It ain't my way of moving. And I think a lot of people
in the comment section.
You feel me?
In the comment section.
Yeah,
shout out to the comment here. What about the guy in Minnesota who did everything correct and had all his legal documents but still killed him?
What guy in Minnesota?
No, wasn't George Floyd. I think it was George Floyd. But yeah, the fake $20 bill.
Was it George Floyd?
I don't know about
Minnesota.
Yes.
Minnesota.
I don't. Oh, was it the Blake? Was it the Blake? Was it the dude Blake?
I think it might have been Jacob.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole. If it is that, I don't know the story behind that. For what I saw the video, I'm thinking, like I was trying to make the point earlier, how like, even though what cops do is wrong, and we know they profile and they do what they do, we've been taught as black men. I know we've been taught how to deal with police to a certain degree. We know how to respond to certain things. And we kind of know how, like, what I mean? Like, we're gonna do what we do, but we know how to, walk a certain line at that moment just to make sure we get home safely, because we do know what's up. And in that case, I saw a man turn around and run to the car, and I was thinking like, oh, the whole time I was thinking like, what are you doing? They're gonna shoot you. Like, I'm thinking like in my head watching it, bro. Like, they're gonna shoot. Too much.
It's off Fernando Castillo, cuz. It's off Fernando Castillo. When they got shot with the kids in the. It's off Fernando Castillo. When they got shot with his girlfriend and his kid in the back.
And we're talking about like
how the legal document was weapon, and he said he had a gun on him.
If we're talking about how bad of a moment that was, that's I mean, I can't I mean, that's horrific for children to witness that. I tell you that. That's horrific. But like I said, if there was nothing transpiring, at what point did you have to run to the car for what? I don't understand. Sometimes I think like, I know we don't want to deal with cops, but at the same time, we do know like it's just gonna be a process. We'll get through it. In some cases, some instances, unfortunately, you see happen that's like, damn. But it don't happen on the regular. And anybody gonna tell me otherwise? If it did, you wouldn't be here. Like, we wouldn't be here.
I don't mean to interject, but when it came to the Fernando Castillo case specifically, that was just pure unadulterated murder. There's no in the round. There's no.
Hold on.
I mean, like I said,
at that he got pulled over. Yep, he pulled over correctly. Okay, They asked him license registration. He gives it to him, no problem.
All right, and
he states, "Hey, sir, I do have my concealed carry license." Because you have to do that in Minnesota. Like, they require you to tell you that.
Okay.
So he said, "Hey, I'm a concealed carry license. I do have a weapon."
Mm-hmm.
No hesitation. Gun pulls out. Bop, 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 bop. Seven to his chest, bro. No. Okay, sir. All right, cool. The man was so-called fearful for his life, but his weapon was not.
Hey,
He just said he had it.
I'm about to answer all y'all questions right now and make it real short, and then we can go to the next topic.
Yeah, let's go to the next topic. Yeah, we'll wait for time.
It's like this: the police are the real gangbangers. The gangsters are the people in the White House, the governments, the ones with the suit ties. Them the real gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
The police are the real gangbangers. Forget the Bloods and the Crips and stuff. The real gangbangers are the police. The real gangsters are the people in the suits and ties in the White House and the government. You feel me? They call the shot. We don't call nothing because we depending on them. We begging them to stop the stuff from happening.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, let's wrap up that topic. That topic is done. Let's go. Let's get to the next topic real quick. Next topic on the docket tonight is Trump and his wife catching COVID-19. What are y'all thoughts on that? It's a 3-part question. Do you think it's some truth to it, all cap, or it's a gray area?
Bro, it's cap, bro. How many times did they keep saying Trump caught the C virus, bro? How many times, bro? This is like the 3rd time in a row, bro. And now they call his wife caught it now. Bro, the reason why they saying Donald Trump got a virus, bro, is because they trying to come up in a way to use reverse psychology on us, bro, that make it seem like Donald Trump is about to die, something like that. So they can plan this second wave on us, or whatever the case may be, wave be dead or alive. So put a second wave on us, quarantine us again, and the second wave might be even worse to the point that we might only get a turn, like it might be back to the same thing again, maybe even worse. You only get a certain amount of food in the store, man. Like some crazy stuff.
I feel you.
Okay,
you know
so that's Jug's opinion. I'm gonna get a spiritual connection first, and then we'll get the loot, and I'm gonna get my opinion on it. More to the next topic. We can't hear your spiritual connection. All right, let's try it again because I can't hear you.
Yes, I can't hear you. I should be doing the same thing.
All right, we got to unmute him and mute him. Unmute him. All right. We still can't hear him. What the hell is going on? That's weird. All right, we're gonna try to get him. I can't kick him from the studio. So that can't happen. We gotta figure out how to make him be able to talk and be able to hear him. Hey, bro, check your volume. Check your volume.
He says volume good.
Oh, you can hear?
I think he's giving you a thumbs up that I can hear y'all, but we can't hear him. That's like, I don't know. That's what I be going through. I be hearing y'all.
Check your mic. Make sure your mic isn't muted.
No, his mic not muted. It's just the connection.
That's weird. We'll get the looch. We'll get back the spiritual connection in a second.
Oh,
go ahead and take your opinion, Luch, real quick.
With me, man, I think Trump has always had this feeling towards COVID. The same feeling I have, and the same feeling a lot of us Americans have, a lot of people in general have. It's like a feeling of like, why do we give it so much like, fear? You know what I mean? When it's really just another sickness that we've all dealt with before, we've dealt with in a regular cold or something that's we're used to. But you know what I mean? But I think we all just been in this frenzy that it's the most, deadliest and, the detrimental thing that can happen to us, when in all reality, it's a high percentage survival rate. And we've seen too many mixed stories about it. We've seen stories where doctors was labeling deaths as COVID if they were dying from something else. And it started to make me feel like I no longer want to live like this. I don't want to walk around with masks on all day. And if we do get COVID, and if it is an actual virus that is deadly, I mean, if it's really at that point, that's only really God. There's nothing we can really do. There's really nothing a mask can do to, to stop the moment in which God is taking from this earth. If it's really a virus that is really that deadly, that, the people, if I were to contract it tomorrow, I would just literally be like, damn. I mean, I guess God was letting me know, like, this is serious, but mankind tried to define it. But this is serious, though. But I fail to believe that's the case. I think it's more so something that they knew we already had. It's already been, tested, and it's already been here, and now it's just letting, what I mean? It's just, they say we got it. All I can do is stick with something, say we got it. And I think Trump is going to pretty much at some point going to be like, hey, I mean, I got it. So what? And it's going to sound weird to say. And he's going to just like, I can see him arrogantly saying it. Like, and just being like, what we going to do? Like, what? Like, and 9 times out of 10, he's going to say something like, you were, what they call it, asymptomatic. We had it anyways, and we was carrying the whole time. It's going to be some story like that saying everybody had it anyways. We've been switching it off, on and off. There's been stories people have 1 week, don't have it 1 week. It's going to be it's not going to transpire to something more serious unless, you know what I'm saying, unless like Biden or less like the Democrat, man, unless they come up with a story, man. Like I've been said it from the jump. How's it going to end? How's this whole COVID thing going to end? If nobody's going to trust the government to take a vaccine, at what point are we going to believe that it's safe to enter the world and not worry about chastising others for doing it? And I said it. I guess they're going to just say it's good to go, guys.
Quick. Hollow face comments. You got everything to take this shit back. I agree with that.
All right. Nigga, we got more than everything, dog. Like we just ain't got the only thing we don't got. The only thing we don't got is the commitment. So we can't commit to shit. That's the only thing we don't got, cuz.
No comment. This comes at a very convenient time for the Republican Party because they can potentially delay the election. I agree with that.
Look, I agree with that. I agree with that. They could.
It's convenient for them niggas.
Oh yeah. It's all been convenient, even down to the virus, hasn't it? It's funny how he dismantled the whole thing that Obama put in place, the whole pandemic response team, and all of a sudden we had a pandemic. We're gonna talk about coincidental. Like I'm not. Yeah, come on, man.
Y'all hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now, bro.
Y'all still can't hear me?
We hear you.
We can hear you now, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me now?
Go ahead.
All right, bet. So, in 2020 alone, NASA has been making extreme calls to all of the government officials around the world. NASA has feared that 2020 going into 2021 is going to be a change in atmosphere. They can't control it. The technology that NASA has will not fight against what nature is getting ready to do. All of the reptilians, GMO, clone humans, whatever you want to call them, that has already existed, that's been transported from China. Most of them are government officials like our president. Some of them, the anchors that give you news every morning. They have to take a shot. If they do not take this shot, when the change in nature happen, you will be able to know they are reptilian. So what NASA has done is got all of the nations to agree with a false virus. This way you can house people. You can knock them from the left and right with a whole bunch of rhetoric, so no one is understanding what's happening. They're giving the shots to all of their GMO humans. If they don't have the shot, you will be able to know that they are AI technology. So this is why you got Trump that at first was saying, oh, the coronavirus is fake. Now you got him wearing a mask. Now supposedly him and his wife have corona. No, they're reptilians. And if they want to function right in the future, in a new world order, they got to take that shot.
Okay. So basically, I like that. That means you're going deep with it. So that means that is Trump arrogant enough to say, hey, they just want me to take a shot? You think he's going to mention it, or he's not arrogant enough to mention it? I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think he already has.
Think so?
I think he already has. If you pay attention to Donald Trump language, I think he has already confirmed what I told y'all. He's not educated enough to say what Obama could do. He go flat out tell you this is fake.
Hey Tony. Oh, I meant Dan. My bad. Oh, I can call you your regular name, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's like spiritual.
Hey, a spiritual connection. Have you heard of adrenochrome?
Yeah, I have.
Tony, by us just saying some stuff, dog, you might not be able to get paid a lot of money off this video when you get monetized. I'm just letting you know.
Nah, you gotta put it out there, dog. You gotta put it out. It's all right. It's all right.
Yo. Video that you might not get no money off. I'm just telling you, we coming hard body on this.
That's fine. There's no filter.
Nah, put that out there, dog. You going deep with it.
No
This
video,
man.
I get flagged to the point I don't get paid a lot of money off. I ain't gonna lie to you that. Like sometimes I be going hard body.
I get it. It's on
Nah,
bump that, dog. Nah, spiritual connection. Nah. Say, man, look, put that into the air, man. Like I always say this: the only way we get to think in the right way, them thoughts got to be put into the air. Like if you don't think about it at all, that means you've been totally blinded by it. At least now you thought about it. Now you can, take it in the best way you can and process the best way you can and move forward with your life. But at some point you gotta wake up and really, you know what I'm saying?
All white people, different mix of genetically modified engineering type of clone people, like he was saying. Them not all them people is not just reptilians. I believe some black people are reptilians too. I do believe it. I do believe.
So are not real talk. So are reptilians demons?
Reptilians like extraterrestrials. You feel me? They black and white. They look all different type of skin tones. We just can't say, reptilian species, all extraterrestrials is running the world, sitting on top, ruling the world, or just all white. No, it's black people in the mix of that too, because they working with them. Like some of them, like I be hating when people on YouTube be talking about all Freemasons all white. No, it's black Freemasons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that.
Well, I guess that was my cue to come in, is because honestly, that's what I was about to say. So I was born a Freemason child. My mom was an Eastern Star. My father is currently still a 33 Master. So actually, what we know reptilians to be, they don't even consider them reptilians. They literally consider them prototype A's. So prototype A humans are basically sampled DNA from a real human, and then it's just modified into a vessel that's a full adult that can bleed like you, that can speak like you. But here's the trick: these GMO humans were only effective leading up until now. And I told y'all that NASA is fearing that the electronics that's operating these quote unquote reptilians can get burned out. Is because we about to take a shift in frequency.
Flare.
And the shift that we about to take in frequency is going to make them malfunction. That's why they calling them all back in and they ejecting them with the shots.
Okay. So what would that? So I guess considering who the people are, what would that mean for us, anyways?
No.
Like you and me.
Nah, this is a big thing. I always wanted to do this though. Lucky. Is you like mixed or you always black?
No, I'm black and white.
Keep it 100. No,
yeah. It's all right. Black and white. Yeah.
All right.
My mother's Italian.
It's time for us as melanated people to stop saying that Neanderthal people, like white people, whatever like that, or genetically modified engineering and stuff like that, they not real people. Like we need to stop saying that, talking about they the only ones to get hairy and this and that. It's black people I know hairy is that's hairy out there. It's people on YouTube. No. It's people on YouTube keep going on white people talking about they came from monkeys, they came from
that's evolution, right? Evolution, right?
No, look at Jay started beard. He got a big beard. This man whole beard, and people on YouTube keep talking about.
Yeah, I can't hear. You said. So he said there's YouTubers that talk about white people and hair. What you said?
I hate to make this a comment like that.
Nah, I'm trying to hear you, but this shit keep fumbling in and out.
I hear you.
Neanderthals.
I'm just saying. I just hate how people get so woke on YouTube. They so called think that all white people came from animals and stuff like that. We just the perfect people.
Okay, all right.
We get hairy too. I got facial hair. What I mix with monkeys? You feel me? Like I be trying to debate these type of people on YouTube that be talking about that. Y'all don't be wanting to debate about that. I be like, y'all gotta make it make sense. Y'all said all black people at home don't supposed to grow facial hair. Why the hell I grow facial hair? So I must be mixed with something, right? I must white bloodlines in my family, right? Just make it make sense, dog.
All right. So they were saying that black people can't grow facial hair and shit.
Yeah, like they be talking about like black people don't. We not hairy as white people all and Mexico and stuff like that.
Whoever got time to talk about that, man, you know what I'm saying? That's
irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
Yes. But like for me, man, I think about that scientific shit. Niggas think about evolution and shit. I don't believe in niggas ain't come from a motherfucking monkey. Y'all make it damn sense. Like
we might came from monkeys. No, black people probably came from monkeys. We don't know.
Anybody. I don't believe. Man, hell no. Like I said, people talk about that game from time and I don't believe that shit.
We're all mammals. What the fuck? Like,
yeah.
But we're gonna wrap this up. That's a deep conversation.
That was deep as shit. He split the connection. He started. He started talking about some fucking shit. Niggas don't know what the fuck he talking about.
What's the next topic?
Talk about people came from dogs and cats and stuff. Let's make it make sense, man. I go.
Damn, son. You reason, yo. Now, what's the next topic? Hey, what's the next topic, yo? All right, let's go ahead. Let's move on.
We already talked about the whole presidential election. Both of those are the same kind of topic anyway. So it's the most important one. How can you change your mindset? How you change yourself from the 9-to-5 dude that works 9 to 5 to becoming an entrepreneur and becoming free and allowed to live your life? How you change yourself from that complacent person to that go-getter? How do you change your mentality internally and externally? What's some habits that you need to change that? And what are the steps in the process? And do you trust that process, or you gonna stay that 9 to 5 for the rest of your life? That's what we're gonna talk about now.
Okay.
We're gonna get these comments before we do that. Shout out to Hollow Face for the comments. You need that tough love. Basically saying connection, keeping it real out here.
Yeah.
Once you get the stereotypes out the way, we can get down to business. Shout out to Hollow Face for that comment as well. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these stereotypes are put out here to keep us distracted from getting to the next level. Wholeheartedly agree with that. That is definitely a thing. All right, so I didn't get to talk the last topic, so I'm going to start the topic off. I did not get to talk. Where I was like, damn. I ain't mad at y'all, but damn. Hey, we don't watch Adam. Can I talk? Shit.
Why?
Damn.
Egyptians had.
I ain't mad at y'all. It's all good.
Right? Why Egyptians had animal heads? People still to have.
Because nigga, that shit be cap, bro.
We all came from animals. We all came from animals, bro.
Yeah, agree. But we about to get to the shout out to Joe for the comment that one thing you can do is changing people around you. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Let me go ahead and give you my process how to change yourself from the 9 to 5 person to the entrepreneur. So the 9 to 5 person, they get up, go to work, do their 8-9 hours a day, head home, and they do it all in a cycle. The cycle that never ends, right? It just never ends. You just do it for the rest of your damn life. You retire at 65. By the time you retire, you don't want to do nothing. And then you move on to the next life, which is a much better life anyway. But you get my point. So first of all, you have to change your mindset to where you want to use that 24 hours you get every day and use it to your advantage every day. Every day is something that you need to build off the previous day. Also, you gotta stop thinking short term, like the whole "oh man, tomorrow promise." Think towards the future, because the future's always a thing. You know what I'm saying? And we could go any day, but the future's always a thing. You always got to think long time. And another thing I tell people, like Joe said, change the people around you. If these people around you don't want to be on the same tip as you, they not go-getters like you. If they don't be entrepreneurs like you separate yourself. You distance yourself away from them. And you focus on what you need to focus on.
Facts.
So that is my opinion on how to change your mindset from being that hard worker that you working for this little paycheck to working less. Because they say the less you work, the more money you get. So that's my opinion on that. So we're gonna go ahead and start from my right to my left. So we'll start with Jug. We're gonna go spiritual connection, go with Luke.
All right, it's like this, though. We still caught up in time in the matrix or whatever like that. Everybody know we in a simulation. This just a glob of me. This temporary. This is your avatar. You somewhere else washing your own thoughts and stuff like that. Till you break out this cycle and wake up and go to the real world, so you don't have to keep dealing with this same simulation bullshit ass program shit that you keep seeing over and over again or whatever like that. So it's like people gotta start living in the future and stop living in the now. People keep living in the now, like, okay, right now, this all I got. So I just gotta focus on what I just got right now. Nah, focus on your future, dog. And like I be telling people, y'all gotta know it. Y'all gotta have a 10% rule. A 10% rule. You gotta have a 10% rule on everything that you do. So when you get a job, you need a 10% rule, meaning that like you need at least stack up some money before you invest, because you don't know what might happen with your job. You can't just come out and just start, oh, all right, I'm working, I'm about to start investing. No. Stack up at least $10,000. So, and when I'm telling y'all that, y'all gonna go through a phase when y'all gonna be like, man, shoot, I want to buy some joints, I want to buy this, buy that. You gotta have sets and goals and morals and binaries so you can go hard for your reward that you want in life. So you gotta be like this. Okay, I want new clothes, I want new shoes, but right now I got enough stuff right now. For me to get new clothes and new shoes, I gotta accomplish my goals. Like, you gotta have a list of goals. That's how I do. You feel me? Like, the stuff that I want, I like designer stuff. I don't want it all the time, but I know I gotta have boundaries set for it. If I feel as though I'm certified, I got enough stuff. I got enough stuff till I reach my goal. Then I read back up on some stuff. But when I read back up on some stuff, I had been focusing on like myself and had stack a big bankroll and accomplish something and flip some money to the point I'm able to treat myself even more than what I had thought. You feel me? So everything you do, you gotta have a 10% rule or whatever like that. Like, if you know, like, pause your bills, pause your food, if you know, like, all right, for example, if you know that if you probably making like $5,000 a month or whatever like that, and you investing into yourself or whatever like that, it's like this. If you don't, for example, how can I explain it? Like, if you don't got at least, let me see, how can I explain it? All right, if you got $5,000 total, and then now you're in the bank, and now you want to invest in yourself or whatever like that, you gotta have a structure to the point that all right, you gotta know that you're trying to at least have $5,000 saved up in your bank account. So outside of you putting some money into your checking account to like invest in yourself, you gotta invest in yourself in a way that you want to invest in yourself each month to the point you always keep $5,000 saved up in your savings account to increase it more into your savings. Don't go overboard to the point you gotta start touching your savings. You feel me? Like, you gotta train yourself like that. You feel me? It might suck, but you gotta do it like that. You feel me? If you cannot figure out the basic till you get to the next level, what you're trying to accomplish, you ain't gonna never be a boss. You gotta go through the rough times You feel me? Yeah, that's how the work.
You gotta go for one time and shine.
Yeah.
Discipline, you know.
I'm gonna interject, but basically what Jill was trying to say is to budget your money correctly. Have your money set out for your bills number one. After that, invest in yourself, which means put money away for savings for rainy days. You don't know when the rainy days are gonna come up. Also, if you are an entrepreneur, invest in your business. Like
Nothing
I'm,
ain't going.
I'm an IBO right now. You know what I'm saying? I invest in my business by buying product, to sample to my customers in order to create customer value. If you're a YouTuber, invest into marketing your channel, invest in banners, invest in marketing promotion, promoting your channel, putting it out there, Instagram promotion, all that stuff in order to build your brand. You're either building a brand off YouTube or you're building a business that's not a storefront business. Either way, you're still investing money into that, and you have to do that on a consistent basis, or you're not gonna get anywhere. You're gonna be stuck in neutral, like Jay said. So, spiritual connection. I'm trying. You can go ahead and chime in, my man. I ain't gonna interject. My fault, my brother. You go ahead.
No, you good, bro. I agree with what both y'all brothers just said. So you good, bro. I definitely think for me the secret to success is learning how to breathe. So if you learn how to breathe, then you learn how to make your success work for you. I'll give you guys a prime example. When is the last time you thought about breathing? You don't think about breathing unless you're meditating. It's because you've done breathing so much that now breathing breathes for itself. See how amazing that is? So if you understand the concept of the conscious, you know whatever you give it energy to, it's going to learn the patterns. And then you can stop giving it energies because the patterns will exist on past you having to try. So just like you don't wake up every day and say, oh, I hope I breathe today. You don't have to say that. It's because your conscious have already learned the patterns of breathing. So you automatically know when you wake up, I'm going to breathe. If you would do that same thing for your finance, it's literally manifested and made true. That's all you have to do. Each and every day, you got to wake up for a consistent period of time and say, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be successful. You're literally breathing each time you say this. So as the conscious hear you breathe, they already recognize the breathing is because you've done this all your life. Now they're trying to recognize the frequency you put with the breathing. I want to be successful. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. It locks that into the conscious. So now it says, oh, okay, this is a breathing mechanism. So it starts to manifest it without you having to try. So you no longer have to say it is because your hands are starting to build the things you need to be successful. Your feet is starting to walk you in the direction you need to be successful. Now you just mastered how breathing and success go hand in hand.
I like that, man. That was good, man.
My
That was
man,
good.
You can't disobey your conscience though. There's a lot of people. Look, when you become spiritual, dog, it's like we in the matrix, dog. It's like once you become spiritual, it's like it's another assimilation. It's like it's another stage of the matrix, dog. When you when you start meditating, then you start knowing the truth about life, your planning gland, your third eye start opening, dog. Like you start like damn, like you start knowing everything, the RCI, you start knowing everything. But it's like you now you know that you can't disobey your self-conscious mind or whatever like that. You got some people put in certain situations why they spiritual to the point that they feel like they don't got no hope. They feel like they spiritual, but they don't got no hope in it. You feel me? Or whatever like that. So like they going
I hear that, yo.
yeah, because it's like
I hear that, yo.
money don't come from trees or whatever like that. You got to go out there and get it some type of way. And that's another thing. And then I'm gonna pass it on to whoever next. It's like this: put yourself in a situation when you're not worrying or thinking about money. You just living life. You just put yourself in a situation you're financially stable. You're not even worrying about money no more. You just going to work, doing what you got to do, but you just know your money coming in there. You feel me? You see the numbers, but you're not worrying about the money because you got control of your money. You know how to budget, how to put it in a safe place. Don't touch it unless you need it. Like you gotta have a mindset like that because if you don't, you're gonna keep.
Yeah, man. And like
it starts.
I feel like
It starts with Sasha, what's being
I
your
feel like both. I feel like everybody's saying the same thing. It's about the mindset, you know what I'm saying, and how you discipline yourself, and what you really, what you hold dearly to you. What do you consider wealthy? What do you consider rich? What do you consider, being successful? You know what I mean? I think it comes down to just you as the individual, your connection, like you say, spiritually with yourself and with the Lord, and what you really believe. You see what I'm saying? I think, like, separating from the reality is important. You know what I'm saying? We've been trained to be a certain way and to act a certain way, to live paycheck to paycheck. But I want people to always know too, man, take pride in what you do, no matter what you do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there are ways to make it through, without, what I'm saying, being rich in the sense of financially. There are other ways to obtain, what I'm saying, wealth. You know what I mean? Like, I think we need to get down in tune with understanding that riches don't mean nothing in the sense of money. Money don't mean nothing for real. It's just you can't die with it. You know what I'm saying? Once you leave this world, you're not gonna be able to buy God's love. You're not gonna be able to buy your friends. It's not gonna matter. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we need to understand, like, too, how important it is to be content. Not necessarily content, but just appreciate life. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you all gonna have to work for what you want. You know what I'm saying? But discipline yourself to know, put something in front of you with your goal. Like, do you really want to work for somebody forever? Or do you want to make some money? If that's important to you, do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're complacent, you know what I mean, you don't know what you want to do, you're apprehensive, you're worried that you can't succeed, you'll never make it. But if you're confident in what you're doing, no matter what you're doing, you'll be successful. Just put God in your life and know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And just be disciplined in your thoughts, and separating from the reality that we're living in. It's not just 9 to 5, not just going to work. Just be blessed about life. Like you said, breathing. We take for granted breathing. It's one thing just to consist breathing with other things, but we breathe in the air. You know what I'm saying? God gave us this air. It wasn't man-made. There's no molecules that they created. This is something that we can't really. I think we get too much in trying to understand and putting logic and reason into play. Humans have really done a good job of playing, scientists and playing doctor and trying to manipulate what happens in the atmosphere and what goes on, and that's the problem. That's the bottom line. We try to, create human beings. God births human beings. You can't create human beings with scientific, tools. It don't work. You know what I'm saying? Those people will be the downfall of this world, just like it's happening now. Like you said, they're reptilians, wherever they are. It's the downfall. Like they're the downfall. We can't let them.
DNA in black people. Don't y'all know that?
What?
Hey, real fast. Real fast. Is we allowed to blaze up on here? Real fast. Can I blaze up on here or no?
Word.
That's fine, bro. That's good, right, bro. You fine.
All right,
you good. I had a little conversation. I was hold on for later.
You're fine.
Man said, fuck it. That's respect. That's respect, yo. To the audience. You don't know who's watching.
I'm always but not for kids, so we're fine.
Some people may take it personal, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people may take it personal.
For the longest though, dog. They had been trying to sneak around and try to, like, inject and put extraterrestrial DNA in black people, dog.
I can imagine. And that's probably why we have these athletic abilities, why we can do the things that we do. You know what I'm saying? It could possibly be the source of it as well. They try to, certain things in our DNA make us different. It's something else. I don't know, son. It's weird, bro.
He's saying, like, just don't put it as that these evil reptilian species or whoever on the planet is light skinned and that they look white, because it sounds racist. It don't.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel me?
Sound racist. Yeah, that definitely sounds racist, man.
It's super derogatory. I completely agree.
It's the same complexion as me, working with these reptilians. So it people that look like me that's working with the reptilians, they got to be reptilians too. Like, we say, they're all melanated people, and we sold our people out, and we just working with the reptilians. No, they're reptilians.
Yeah.
That makes sense, don't it?
It does. It does.
For a melanated person to sell out his people and know he working with a reptilian, it don't make sense.
Yeah, when you put it in that perspective, it makes me wonder, like, how history really transpired. Like, let me get this straight. Or half of my ancestors, for the sake of the argument, were oppressed by a certain group of people, and we wanted to integrate and be a part of a society that brutalized us. And what it kind of makes you wonder who wanted to make that who wanted to make that connection and bring us together? Like, who really did? It seemed like it had to be somebody in place that could make that happen. And it doesn't make sense for a reptilian to be in that position that can make that happen. Because I wouldn't want to be a part of a society that raped my wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't. You see what I'm saying? So I understand how
we all got melanin in that skin. We need to stop melanated people just as a whole. Like I'm gonna stop labeling that too. Everybody got melanin in their skin. It just some people.
There you go.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, bro. Not to cut you off. That's another thing I wanted to say, that if only we conscious people, this is a statement to only the conscious people. If only we're conscious and we understand that our two eyes would not deceive us if they're properly trained, then we have to stop considering ourselves to be a color we're obviously not. Why do I call myself black? Why do you call yourself white? Do you not know, my people, that when you call yourself these titles by the Constitution, you have no rights? Why do you think civil rights have never went anywhere for quote unquote black people? They don't exist. So when you go to the court and you're screaming, we black people want everything to be equal, they sitting back in their robes laughing. Foolish one, there's no such thing.
I'm saying, not here, not here, not here, dog.
Hey, can you ask me this question? Why did our ancestors slice and dice and created other species for? Why? You feel me? If we the original people, why they did other engineering type stuff? So sometimes that question our own ancestors sometimes. So I'd be like, wow. It don't make sense.
Hey, I got an interesting concept here for y'all, and
it's hard.
I gained this from having a conversation with a tree. No cap. I had this conversation with a tree. No, I was not high. I was just eating grass, sitting by a tree. So you got 3 classes of melanated people. We are considered to be the tribe tree. True. This was the last tribe that existed, honestly, before all of these titles started to come about. The reason why we were considered tribe tree is because the outside of a tree is the class 3 melanated. That's why trees are brownish tone. If you cut a tree open, you have multi shades of melanin. You have a lighter version. You have a quote unquote paler version. It's all the same unit. It's a tree, right? Now, let me tie this to the people to show you how we have 3 melanated classes. The first existence of all humans started in one place. It's known to be the motherland. When we were all there, we all looked at the same. We were all a shade of melanin. This whole continent, which we know today to be Africa, was ran by a woman. We had tribe leaders of each tribe that existed on this continent. Each and every month, because they didn't have months, but I'm just explaining it in the way y'all can get it. Each and every month, the queen would allow for all of the tribe leaders to come to her and tell her the request of the people of each tribe. One of these particular months, they came with the request to leave and see the rest of the world. The people were becoming eerie. They said, Queen, if we truly are the gods and goddesses of this world, why are we just stuck and bound to one area? We want to be the gods of this whole globe. The queen responded, why do we have to leave this spot? We have the largest safari. We have the largest source of sun. We have the largest source of animals. We are fine. We grow beautiful food. We have beautiful ancient raps. This is where we need to be. But the queen honored her own law. So they voted and they won. The first class melanated people to leave went to the cold mountains of what we now call Europe. When they left the motherland, they started to feel sick. Their bodies had never been to a cold climate. They didn't know how to react. They didn't know how to react.
I just believe that shit. How can the same
like they're like that, fool?
No, I'm listening. I'm trying I'm listening. I'm wearing the feel.
I'm listening.
Look, I'm not trying to.
I'm gonna hear him out. Like, damn, fool. Like, I'm gonna hear that.
Look, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't get how the same race of people split up and then they just turn white and get. It don't make sense to me.
Keep this in mind too, though,
I'm
Brody.
listening. Go ahead.
Keep in mind,
Oh.
our ancestors were 10 times larger than me and you right now. That means if you have a larger body, you have more brain capacity. So their brains were larger than ours. So how we manifest small things in our today reality, imagine what you could manifest when you had a larger brain. Literally, when they cried out and they're conscious, we need to morph into bodies that will help us with the climate change. This is what happened. I'll show you a prime example. The reason why these people, quote unquote, look white, check me out. The reason why these people, quote unquote, look white is because when they went to these cold climates, they said, we need a skin texture that's going to warm us. That's why the inside of my palms is pale. It's because the inside of my palm is the pigment that we consider to be white, is the pigment our ancestors needed so that they could try to fight off the sickness. Now, keep in mind, you got cold-blooded humans and you have warm-blooded humans. Warm-blooded humans have the ability to generate heat within the vessel.
I don't believe it, man. It's hard to.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't believe it, man.
No. Because a lot of people, like, I don't understand spiritual connection that a lot of people become spiritual awakening. They get on YouTube and they keep talking bad about the white man the devil, the white man the beast, the white man the monkey, the white man. Like, it's like, damn. Like, why y'all get so wrong?
What's the song you?
No, that's facts, though.
That's what you want to say. Out here.
No, hey, that's facts, though. I mean, I ain't mad at you. I personally don't believe in the white black theory, so I ain't mad at you.
I just don't get it, dog. It's like, I thought spirit, like, it's like, I know y'all probably heard of Affinity Waters. A lot of them go on Affinity Waters, keep talking about, oh, Affinity Waters, oh, he's spiritual, or he's soft, he keep talking about diving deep. He keeps, like, he's spreading knowledge. He's trying to help people raise that vibration. Y'all talking about Affinity Waters is soft and weak because he ain't trying to be on no demon time. He ain't trying to, like, go get, he not trying to go toe to toe with no other race. Oh, some stupid shit that don't make no sense or whatever like that. You feel me? It just don't make sense how a lot of spiritual people just get on YouTube and they just talk trash, like, you feel me? And then they don't say nothing about what they race doing. You feel me? Like, they don't even speak up for their own race or what they race doing. They just keep saying, "Oh, we should do better though." But the white man took every damn thing. He took this. He took what the heck? Come on, man. I don't believe that shit. I think in BBC we did have rulership. You feel me? The Egyptians and the pharaohs, like, all of them wasn't good. That's my belief. I believe all of them wasn't good. I believe someone was torturing us. No different than the fake history about the white man doing that. You feel me? I mean, I don't know, dog. It's like some of this history, dog, about.
It's so much gray area. It's so much gray area. We can talk about this all day. It's just so much gray area. That's what it is.
A lot of gray area.
Black and white, and you got the gray area. And there's too much gray area with it. It's just too much.
Facts.
And as they say, you can't clarify everything. You cannot clarify everything. That's how you believe in certain things, because you cannot clarify everything. Everything is not black and white and just boom. Like, it's too much gray area with that. And I agree. Like, back in the day, some of those girls probably were bad.
Why do I feel
all Jews are not good people? That's why you have oligarchy, groups of people that don't give a crap about you. That's why electoral college in today's society, that is an oligarchy. That's a definition of it. A group of people who want to create their own agenda and narrative. That's what electoral college is. That's a perfect example. It's an oligarchy. It's a small group of people. Oh, we want this person in office. We don't care. Public vote, whatever. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ask me this question. Why I feel more safe around white people than black people? And I'm a black man.
Why who?
Why I feel more safe around white people than black people as a black man?
Now hold on. I don't know the answer to that, but I think logically that's deep. Is because you should feel good around your neighbors because your neighbor is the same as you. Like you saying you feel
No,
good
they
around
not.
white people. White
No, they
people are
not.
the same.
No, they're not. And I'm gonna prove it to you. They do not. They do not meditate. They believe in a false god. You feel me? They think they more better than me because they believe the Holy Ghost, whoever they worship, the demonic entity, whoever they talking to, is more better than me. So I can be warning them about don't go around the corner. They about to start shooting. They gonna be like, oh, the Lord got me, the Lord with me, God with me. You feel me like that? You feel me? I'm good. The Lord have mercy, all that type of stuff. Then they go around the corner. Then guess what? They found out that the Lord didn't protect your ass when you go across the corner. So it's like religion is keeping us from not being the same. We might look the same, but we are not the same because I'm spiritual. You religion. You feel me? You don't have a soul. You feel me? You don't know who you are. I know who I am. You don't know who you are. I can't work with you. I can't
And,
share with you. I
that's
can't
because when the disconnect comes in. Hold on. And this is where the disconnect comes in. Just because, all right, you know what I'm saying? Just because someone's a religious person, that doesn't mean they don't know themselves. I think that's where the disconnect comes in. You can know yourself and still have a religious belief. Also, another thing, just because someone has a religious belief that does not mean they can't take the teachings of other things around that. Like for example, just because I believe in Christianity does not mean I'm not going to listen to you with your spiritual stuff. Like I will take it in. I will take it in as knowledge. Everything to us is knowledge. Me and Al have a conversation last week. We was like, "Hey, everything in the Bible, man wrote that. There's flaws in all of that, but we use it as a manual to live life. We don't use it word from word, because word from
Nobody
word,
not listening to words.
man wrote it. God didn't write that.
A man wrote it, and guess what?
Can you believe it? Word from word.
Why nobody?
Please tell me.
Why nobody is not living the words out of the book? They said, "Do not kill." They should share. They should do this. They should do that. Why nobody not doing it? Why nobody? Why every single human being on this planet are not living them words out of the book? Why? Why spiritual? No. Ask me this question: why more spiritual people are living as the creator, but people that worship the creator are not living as the creator? Why? Because they feel they left of a person. They feel they waiting for the God to do their work. They gotta do the work. They don't want to do the work. They just like, I'm gonna pray everything gonna be fixed, everything will go all right, instead of them fixing the problem. You see, that's how religion been messing us up for a long time or whatever like that. They need to burn them books.
Yeah, man.
They need to take down the churches. They need to take down all that shit. I'm telling you, man. Like it's like this.
That's another thing.
If they get rid of religion and they get rid of the churches, they're gonna come together as one. Believe that. If they get rid of religion and they get rid of churches, how much you trying to bet we're going to come together as one? Because we don't have nothing else to run to but each other.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point, man.
I would not deny that point. But like I said, just because I
Believe
believe
it?
in
Oh my God.
Hold on. Hear me out. Just because someone
Religion's important,
believes, it does not mean it cannot absorb the information that someone else is telling them and understand it. It's the difference between understanding and, as you say, understanding. Understanding, you're understanding within yourself. Understanding is just comprehension. Understanding is something way beyond that. It's something beyond just comprehending what someone's telling you. It's comprehending it and put it into your internal self and actually practicing it. So I get what you're saying with your personality stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can believe what they want to believe.
Reading the word,
God,
not understanding it.
you believe this shit, I know. You know what I'm saying? But that does not mean I can't absorb your information, bro, and actually analyze it and actually understand it. I understand what you're saying. Wholeheartedly. I get what
Hey,
you're
Tony,
saying.
ask me this question. Is you a creation or you is a creator right now in this existence, in this life you live in? Is you a creation or you a creator?
I think I was created. That's my
No.
opinion.
Don't add no more words to it. That. Is you a creation?
I was created. I said I'm a creation. I just said that.
Oh damn!
Nah,
Oh
he
damn!
answered it. He said
Oh,
he created.
No,
We're created,
no.
man. We're created.
We are creators. Everything that we doing in life, we is creating.
We're not the ultimate creator. I want to make sure we establish that.
No. Yeah, you right.
Ultimate creator.
We're not the ultimate.
I'm trying to say.
But the most high, the most creator, had brought us here. We didn't choose to be here. We were chosen to be here for a purpose.
And I think you hit it. We were chosen to be here, right? We were chosen to be here for a reason. All right. I think us as human beings, we have developed so much, we see so many resources. Our mentalities have grown so much. Like my man was saying, big minds. We know so much, but we don't know what the ultimate knows, though. I think we got to still understand that the life that we're living in, look at like a lot of stuff is past us, man. Like you can't control the air, bro. You can't control the wind. As much as you want to, you can't control it. As much as you try to manipulate it, you can't control it. The ultimate creator controls all of that. The reason why we have the minds that we have, why we were put here, is for a reason. It's an ultimate reason that I think a lot of us are strayed away from. A lot of us are strayed away from trying to really understand the reality, as opposed to realizing that we were here for one ultimate reason. That's one alone. It's not about race. It's about us being kind to one another, taking away graven images, praising one only God. I'm telling you that once we start to get back to the reality of that, we always say we're stripped from our ancestry roots. We didn't believe in a white-haired, blue-eyed Jesus. It don't make any sense. It won't make any.
Oh damn.
We just lost. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like
we are the creators.
I don't have an image of a God, bro. I just believe in God. I don't have an image. It's nothing like that.
I don't exist, bro.
As a manual, bro. And I live my life the best way I can. That's what I'm saying. I never said like I said, I never disagree with you, what your beliefs are. I don't disagree at all. How you live your life is how you live your life. That's the best way you go about it.
You want me to prove why you is the creator of your reality, of your existence? Because you want to do something in life. You got a soul. You're not soulless out here. A soulless person knows that.
I never said because I was created, I don't have a soul. Like,
No. I'm not saying you don't have a soul. I'm saying if you was a soulless person out here, you won't have no goals and no objective for what you want to do in life. You just here for no reason. You feel like you here for a reason, right? So you was the creator. You got it. You're not a soulless being. You got a soul in your body now. You know who you are now, right? You're trying to correct something in your life, right? So now you is the creator now. You're the creature. Now you're the creator. Once you first come out the womb, you is the creation. Once you start figuring out who your stuff is, and you start saying like, okay, I got a purpose in life that I need to achieve this and this and this and that. Now you is the creator.
Okay, I see your logic. I got you. When you first come into the world, you are a creation, and as you become your own self and become who you are as a person, you create your own decisions, you create your own choices. You are a creator. Okay, I get your logic. Okay, makes sense. I can't deny that. That makes perfect sense. We are at the 1:30 mark, a minute, an hour and a half. I do have a wife to get back to, guys. So I do thank y'all very much, man, for being on here, man. This is very deep, very, very intellectual. and spiritual for that matter. No debates here. No debates. Thank y'all for watching.
My connection was bad the entire time, though. The
Very
entire
deep
time my connection was bad, son.
I will no, it's all good. Things happen. Thank you guys for watching, man. Appreciate y'all. If you have not subscribed to my man Jug, what are you doing? Please do so. Spiritual Prince, you got your own channel, bro?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, we got most definitely. We got to drop some. We got to collab, do some collabs most definitely, man. Cause he up to something. You feel me? He can teach me some stuff. You feel me?
We can do the same for each other.
Yeah.
Actually, teach each other. Let's learn. Like I said, I just want to soak up knowledge. Soaking up knowledge is important. Just soaking up knowledge, absorbing it, analyzing it, and actually understanding it and understanding it. Understanding it means comprehending, and understanding it is go ahead to comprehend that and analyze it and actually know what that truly means. So I completely agree with that. That's good because continue to collaborate with each other. Let's continue to soak up knowledge from each other. We all can learn from each other. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Brody.
Skill sets and all that stuff.
Hey,
it's like this though. It's hard to teach our queens this type of knowledge. They don't want to hear that. One thing they want is money, 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 money. I'm not saying all our black sisters as a whole like that. I'm just saying the change. Like we got to change the narrative. Like the narrative is on this pattern of they have a machination type of dude that's supposed to just come here and just spend all their money on them, make them. Put them in a nice whip, fat form whip, nice mashing this and that. We need to get back to nature with our black queens and stuff. Teaching about health, teaching about wealth, teach them how to, cherish they self. You feel me? Like they don't want to hear that type of stuff. A lot of them don't want to hear that. The only thing they want to do is play Carly B, Megan Stallion. You feel me? Talk about WAP all day.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear none of that righteousness, the intellect, the spiritual.
Yeah,
They don't want to hear that. They talking about meditating. What is meditating? But if I say, NLE Chopper, he's spiritual, she'd be like, oh, who's that? Oh, he look good. Oh yeah, he rap. Oh, he's spiritual. Oh, I'm like, you gonna listen to him, but you won't listen to
Yeah, that's how it goes, yo.
That's another thing. People influences have the influence, and they're not influencing correctly right now for the most part. So we're gonna wrap it up here, man. I said, like this video, comment, subscribe if you are new, man.
All right, man.
Live stream or video. I'll thank Jug once again, Spiritual Connection. If you're not subscribed to their channels, go ahead and subscribe to their channels as well. And we'll probably run this back pretty soon, either on their channels or back on A.L.O.T channel. Thank you guys for watching once again. And as I say, man, you want that bag, you gonna put that work in for it though. Y'all continue to put the most high. Y'all ain't want that bag. They lazy, bro. They don't want no work in.
It's funny how you say it though. It's like
you lazy.
It's like you be teasing people when you be saying it like
put that bag. Get that work in for it though.
I would know to some audience, like how you stand in the camera, it's like you be teasing certain people because some people watching it, they ain't gonna put the work in. You feel me?
They not. They don't have money. They broke. They need be broke. Yeah, like I said, thank y'all guys for watching once again. We're gonna sign out. We're gonna see y'all next time. And
all right, man.
This is really deep, y'all. Catch you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. at our normal time. I don't know if Jug will be back on next week. I don't know if Spiritual Connection will be back on next week, but we'll definitely link up eventually. But Luck, you back in on next week. So
yeah, we'll be here, dog. We'll be here, dog. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Spreading knowledge, man.
Yes, sir.
Already.